Greetings, community. It's Kevin of European Comics, and then I receive books, so it is my monthly unboxing. Appreciate you being here, and as always, La Cruces, thank you, buddy. And to those of you who see this on the rewind, I appreciate you. If you wouldn't mind, hit that old like thing, and hey, if you want, subscribe. Let's go ahead and show you exactly what I received on my monthly unboxing. All right, so this I received from DCBS. I'm going to start off with some indie stuff with Dr. Atomic the Pipe and Dope Book. Now, this is a reprint, a remastering of a book that was redone or was initially done in 1976, and it was conceived originally in like 72, if I believe. But yeah, it was just a bit of nostalgia for me that I wanted to pick up. So being that it was a new edition of something old, hey, what better? This is Project Blue Book. Hey, pen. Appreciate. My lips just ran away from me. My lips are not here. Tongue's that way, lips are that way. But I appreciate you being here. Project Blue Book. This is issue number 2. I'm looking forward to jumping into this. Issue number 1 was a whole lot of fun. So I can't wait to get into that. And Noctera 13. Now that Val's back and in a whole new form, this is just ramping up to be something awesome. I am a huge fan of Noctera, and it's just, in my opinion, keep getting better and better. Frank Miller presents Ancient Enemies. This is issue number 36. I'm liking the whole Frank Miller stuff. We got Pandora, and he's just, this whole world seems like it's getting larger and larger all the time. About every 3 months, they come out with a whole new series. So I'm digging it. Plaything, issue number 5. I believe this finishes out the series, and this art and story are both so amazing and so wild that I definitely recommend it as far as reading that totally shatters a lot of trope stuff. So it's just awesome. Nightclub issue number 3, if I correct, right? Or 4. There we are. Now, these kids are trying to be superheroes, and they got bit by a vampire. Well, one of them did, and then in turn bit his friends. And I think they ran into the wrong group of vampires because they were starting to get a little big in their britches, and I think they got put in their place. So I'm looking forward to reading issue number 4. Artist Elite, issue number 6. Now, this is just one of the 4 variants that, or 3 variants that I received in issue number cover A of issue number 6. Now, what I'm getting at is I believe they stopped. I think Artist Elite is no more as far as releasing all these anthology stories in this book and in this series. So sad to see that go. But hey, to you guys that were doing the work in that, great job, seriously. So we did a great job. Tim Seeley and Tony Fleeks as Local Man issue number 2. This is a throwback to 90s style writing, and it's a little tongue-in-cheek, but it also plays an homage to all the books that solidified the foundations of some of these writers as far as what they enjoy both reading and some of the styles that influenced them to write. So I've been enjoying this. This is pretty cool. And Shadowhawk was one of my favorites of the 90s in the Image stuff. So, any hero that decides his morals can't take him to kill someone but allows them to break their spine is pretty funny to me. Once Upon a Time at the End of the World, issue number 5. This story is one of my most favorite love stories that I've read in quite some time. The stuff that's going on in here is so heartfelt. It blows up my heart every time I read it. And it's just an amazing book. It's so unique, so different. Speaking of unique and different, Junk Rabbit, issue number 1. This is like a combination of stories in the sense of the theme that is thrown in there. It's pretty easy to tell it is a post-apocalyptic tale. And the tale is probably a little junkyard furry. Though it's supposed to be a combination of something like Swamp Thing and almost like a Terminator and something else all mixed together. It just seems really unique. And it's sorry, how should I say, formatting, because I did get to jump into some of this thing, and it's very different. I don't know. The feel is so different and unique. And it's fresh. So I definitely recommend Junk Rabbit. Check that out. Toy issue number 1. I bought 2 covers. of the Mario homage. This I think is supposed to be some type of series or cartoon or animation that's supposed to come out pretty soon. I don't know. It looked interesting to me. Plush, issue number 5. Wagner writes these really wild, horrific tales that always involve something textury, plastic, vinyl, plush, and it's very unique. It's the whole tale of these cannibalistic furries is wild. It's so fun. Check out Plush. Vanish, issue number 5. Now this is a Kate story that, in my opinion, is pretty cool. I like the fact that it's flying under the radar and it has no spec value, in my opinion, whatsoever. That way, I don't have to sit there and get caught up in the fact if I'm going to get an issue or not, or how many I have to buy to read. Speaking of reading, Philadelphia issue number 29. I've been told that not only 29 but 30 have some severe ramifications that transpire and really change the whole Philadelphia universe as far as what's going on. It makes it really wild. I guess some of the stuff that happens is pretty wild. I don't know. I'm looking forward to get into that. Hey Z, I appreciate you being here, buddy. Well, thanks. Thanks. I thought it was supposed to be an animation. I think it's supposed to be on Amazon. I think it's kid based, but being that it was a Mario, I was like, I got to get it. Hey, Keen Spot, in my opinion, is pretty cool. It's all ages. So Grim, definitely not all ages. Grim, issue number 9. This has been one of my most favorite series to read so far. Really, Stephanie Phillips just killing it, and it's just a story of a girl that's trying to figure out why she became the Grim Reaper, and now that she knows, she's trying to deal with the fact of who she is. So, being that she's dead now amongst the living and kind of like of the living, but has genetic parents of the dead, there's a lot to contend with. Sweetie Candy Vigilante is one of the funniest and wittiest killing spree stories that you'll read. It's a story of the Candyman's daughter has an agenda to go out and just kind of cleanse the earth in her own way, and she is on a mission, and it's fun. I never thought I'd be reading Dynamite books, but as much as I am now, it's between Sweetie Candy Vigilante, Gargoyles, Darkwing Duck. I mean, the list seems to keep growing, so I'm having a lot of fun with that book. Speaking of fun, Sweet Paprika, black, white, and pink. I wonder where the pink is. Oh, there's like pink everywhere, isn't there? Kai and I really enjoy Sweet Paprika, and I think this is just a one shot to go ahead and kind of hold us over to. I believe that they're going to do another Sweet Paprika series. Briar, issue number 4. I think this finishes out the story, and this tale is really one that I've been enjoying by Cantwell. The cool thing about it is, I think it really truly adheres to the old story styling of the Grimm brothers and the way that they were telling some of these fairy tales. So that's why I've really been enjoying it. Barbaric, issue number 3. I think this finishes out this storyline. And now the whole barbaric world has exploded. I believe there's 3 different series that are coming out of this thing, and this barbaric universe is really getting large. I've been waiting for this forever. I received 2 issues of White Savior online from a friend of mine, or actually through my friend Christy Shin, through a friend of hers, which is this writer right here, Nguyen. Turned them on to a couple of issues, and in turn, I received. So that was 3 years ago. So for me to read issue number 3 and now here issue number 4 and finish out this series, I can't wait. Don, hey, buddy, I appreciate you being here. Holy shnikes, I got like 5 people in the chat. Holy fuck. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, issue number 4 of 5. I did both the cover A and the Eastman. This has been awesome. The fact this is a volume 2, and the fact that these guys keep doing this, I'll keep buying it. They can do this forever. These stories are fun, they're witty, and they make these worlds considerably a lot bigger, being that they're combining them. There's a lot more dynamics going on than just in any one world and any one tale. But the fact that they combine them, there's just so much there. And that's why I've really been enjoying that. The Last Ronin, Lost Tears, issue number 1. Now, this is a cover C. I'd already received the cover A and read it. This is another one of those things that I just really have been enjoying. This is a refresh telling of a way, in my opinion, of a way of telling some of these turtle style stories. Holy shit. Appreciate you not being here, buddy. That's pretty sick. Fuck, guys. Thanks, man. Hey, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 1 and Usagi Yojimbo. Though this is that where you get transported back to time in feudal Japan and hanging out with Sagi. Now this has happened years ago. Well, we had these guys, combine and do some crossovers, which I'm all about the crossovers right now, and we're going to see a lot more of them this summer. But two of my favorite characters of all time, which is TMNT and Usagi coming together again, I'm digging. Children of the Black Sun, issue number 4. If you want to get all kinds of creeped out, I highly recommend this. This is not only a great story, but this is something that really needs to be made into a movie. And every time I read that thing, it just freaking gives me goosebumps. Dark Ride, speaking of goosebumps, look at that cover. Seriously now. Now we're getting into this story pretty deep now that we're in the issue number 5, and this is getting just better and better. What happens when basically a person sells their soul to a demon to go ahead and create a 6th style of Disneyland? I'm all about that. Ready to jump on. Little Monsters, issue number 12 of 13. Holy fuck, guys. Hey, Chad, Steven Spock, I appreciate you being here. Little Monsters issue number 12 of 13 is just, it's kind of bittersweet knowing that it's coming to an end. At the same point, this has been an awesome series. It's been one of my favorite of the vampiric tellings that there is. This in Philadelphia is probably one of the only vampire stories that are out there that I know of that I really am willing to read. That's not true. I got one more. It's that what I just did, that kids, the Mark Miller story, nightclub. That's actually really fun too, because it's a fresh telling of superheroes, vampires trying to be superheroes. Clear, issue number 2, a little sparkly one. This is actually one of Kai's favorite stories going on right now. When he saw the issue and he was reading some of the pre-order stuff, he asked me, hey, can I read that? So he got to read it before I did. And he's digging this whole detective style storytelling. So he knew I would, and we always bounce back and forth what we think of the issue. So I'm looking forward to getting into number 2, and I'm sure he is also. Ghost Rider issue number 13. We get Danny Ketch coming back, and we got an unlucky cover. The cool thing about that is now we're going to go ahead and get a spinoff, and hey, we're going to get I think 2 series of Ghost Riders simultaneously happening, which is, I'm all for it. I'm a Ghost Rider fan. Strange Academy, Finals issue number 5. This is another one that's in its penultimate place. I'm really saddened to see it go away, though I am anxious to see how they integrate in the big picture of the Marvel Universe. We're seeing them slowly trying to trickle in, but the beauty about it is we're seeing these characters really flourish into something that's going to be ongoing and lasting beyond just the series. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in this in particular. God damn, guys, I'm going to have to actually do a show where, I never had so many people here that I can invite people to cruise over if you want to cruise in one time. Doctor Strange, issue number 1. I like this. This variant is one of my favorite variants that I've seen that whole month. I know it seems simple, but it's just so clean. I like it. So this iconic cover is one of my favorite covers that I've seen so far. So I got that variant, and I also got a cover A. I did also receive another one of this at the shop, and a 1 in 25. Don Ho did the actual penciling, if I recall, of this thing. I would have to re-see that. Anyways, and I want to get some stuff signed, so that's why I got so many variants. Thor! This is also a Wangedian art, and Grunbeck is doing the writing. And he's done some of the writing before, and I find it at those times have been kind of little pinnacle twists and turns into the storyline that really holds a lot of gravity in the overall story. So I'm looking forward to jumping into this and seeing. I've been really digging the series and see what's going on. Nightcrawlers issue number 3. This finishes out the series. I only bought it because I don't know much with before, the whole. I'm not really big into the mutant stuff, but I want to see the new characters that were coming out of it, so that's why I got it. It's been a cool story. All right, here we go. We got a Spidey. We got a Spidey. We got a Spidey. Yep, we got a Spidey. And we got a Spider-Man. All right, started off with Spider-Man issue number 22, cover A. Now, I really have enjoying the Spider-Man series. Really have. I thought this was an awesome cover. It's another one of my favorite covers right now. And again, I like it just when they're kind of clean sometimes and simple. All right, 23, got the A. And then we got the Infinity Gauntlet variant. And then we got an issue number 24, cover A. So I'm looking for, that's like reading half a trade right there. Silver Surfer Ghost Slide, issue number 3. Now that we get a character coming back from old, and it seems like he's not going anywhere soon, I really been enjoying this. This is a series. I didn't realize how big of a fan I was of Silver Surfer. So this has been a series that I've really been enjoying. And as you see, I read a lot. There's some things I do cherish, and Silver Surfer is definitely one of them. All right, here we go. Spine-tingling stuff. Carnage has been one of the most visceral books out there that from Marvel. And it's been so well written. Ron V started out, and now we're getting Packnell taking it over, and he's just been freaking killing it. So issue number 11 and 12. Yeah, I'm just dying to get into that. I am a huge symbiote slut, so. All right, Marvel Voices. Spider-Verse. It's been all about the new characters of Spidey in this whole Spider-Man series. And there's a lot of them that are pretty cool. So Voices always gives us some neat anthologies and some neat introductions to some of the some characters of old and new. Red Goblin issue number 3. I'm digging what Normie's doing with Rascal. So we got the cover A, and then we got a variant. And for a kid as young as he is, he's contending with some pretty big boys. And I'm digging, like I said, I'm a huge symbiote fan, so I've been digging this whole Red Goblin. Spider-Gwen, Shadow Clones, issue number 2. Now, I have read this already. I'm digging the whole Sinister Six Spider-Gwen version. And being that they're all clones of her, it's been pretty neat that she's been having to contend with not only herself, but something just as sinister as the Sinister Six mixed in. So, yeah, I got a little crazy on the variants on that. Now, I have a small issue with this issue, and that is kind of a bait and switch thing. Silent Tales initially had Harley Quinn doing one of these little hushy things on the cover, but they didn't even release it. And it was initially not called Silent Tales. I don't know. Cool thing is I did get to also read this. And the cool thing about this is it's 6 anthology stories that are told without any dialogue. Pretty cute. It really is a lot of fun. Punchline, the Gotham game, issue number 6. Punchline has really solidified herself as someone that's not going away anytime soon, in my opinion, and is definitely someone that is very unique. It's not any one character, any another, or even a combining. She is a unique character all around, and she's contending with the fact that her plans have blew up in her face, and now she's trying to find a contingency one now that the Joker found her. Batman Vengeance of Bane. I couldn't help it. Look how pretty the foil is. Seriously. Look at that. I'm going to blind you. I'm not even going to touch this thing. I was going to leave it in the bag and board. It looks too good. I might actually put it in a Comic Clear. Joker, the man who can't stop, or the man who stopped laughing, is a funny ass joke all the way through, monologuing all the way through. This is probably one of the best Joker books, in my opinion, I've read in the past 2 years. I can't get enough of this. If you're a fan of the Joker, I recommend this book. And this one, the Batman and Joker Deadly Duo. Mark Silvestri's killing it. And being at issue number 5 brought him to a point that they're going to have to really make some hard choices. I'm looking forward to jumping into issue number 6. We're almost there, people. Thank you for bearing with me. Venom issue number 18. Look at that Scotty Young. Can't go wrong with a Scotty Young cover. But I did cover A. I've been enjoying Venom ever since it came. Shit. Past 3 volumes, I've been enjoying it. And it just, in my opinion, keeps getting better. Here we go with Venom, Lethal Protector, issue number 1. I think it's a 5-issue mini, and I'm all about the Lethal Protector shit. I really dig it. It brings us back to the 90s again. I'm all about that too. Warlock Rebirth. The cool thing about that is Adam Warlock is not only back, but he's bringing with him Eve Warlock. So we're going to see what this is all about. And I ended up just recently buying a bunch of Warlock first appearance stuffy, and just, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting into Warlock stuff. I'm hoping he doesn't go away anytime soon. Bloodline issue number 3. This is a cover C. And I got 2 of the cover A's. Being that this was the, official get-together between her and her dad, I just thought it might be something. So I was wanting to get a couple of the cover A's. And we'll see what this plays out as a long term. I've really been enjoying this series. I knew it was a setup, and it was just a way of going ahead and segueing into a Blade series coming soon, I believe in July. So I'm looking forward to it. He won? Yeah, everyone wins. Well, that's right. Yeah, I was I was looking forward to it actually saying Speechless and then having the whole Hardy thing. I thought it was a whole better cover. Hallows Eve is not only an interesting character, the now she, being issue number 2, is finding out that her masks actually, when she plays these parts of these characters, the ramifications of it are real. So she's trying to contend with that. Here we go. Miles Morales, issue number 5. I think this is a cover A, yeah? Nope, cover D. Look at that one. And then I have, this is probably one of the most consecutive books that I've been reading as far as the Spider-Man story, and enjoyable, both at the same time. Regular Spider-Man has been consecutive and good in the sense of there's a consistency there that you expect, and it pretty much is always there. Same with this. It's been consecutively, each issue has been, it's just been good. Every time it ramps up just a little bit more. So what we feel what's going on, with his family, and he finally figured out some stuff, and he's contending with his relationship with them and how this new characters with this tech is, oh my God, it's awesome. Hey, now, all right, so here are some of the specky stuff. World Tree. Now, this is a printing error being really dark, but I did receive one, and they did ship it out, so I'm not going to complain. And I was talking to Dan Slott a few months ago, and he was telling me about some of the things that he was doing. And as excited as he was, it just kind of pumped me up. So when he was telling me, yeah, I just recommend you pick up a few of the spoiler variant, I was like, all right, I can do that. So I did. Kind of glad, because I guess these things are going for some money now. So I did get 4 pre-orders of the spoiler from them. I did one at the shop, and then I got a cover at the shop, and then I ended up getting also a cover A just to cover all the bases to my pre-order a couple months ago. And that's it from me. I appreciate everyone showing up. Seriously, I can't thank you enough. And for those that watch on the rewind, check out all the comments in there. You're going to dig them. It was fun. It was enjoyable for me, and I hope it was for you. And that's it. As I mentioned, for me, Entropy. You take care.